Welcome to another episode of Linux Command Line Tips. Today we will learn how to create a directory, remove a directory, and also remove files. So to start off in the command line, let's figure out exactly where we are. So in previous episodes we learned the Pwd command, and that just stands for print working directory, and it shows us where we're at. And let's see what's in our directory currently by typing in the ls-l command, and we can see that there are 3 separate directories within our current directory location. So to create a directory, it's a fairly simple command. All you have to do is type in MKDIR, and we can name this my new dir, or my new directory. And if we type that command in, we see that a new directory has been created. So my new directory is there. And if we want to remove that directory, we just type in RMDIR, your directory name. And that directory is now gone. So we've managed to create a directory and remove a directory. So let's work on creating and removing some files within that directory. So let's create it again. And the new directory is right there, and let's change into that directory by using the cd command. And we can see that there aren't any files in there. And just to prove where we are, we can do the pwd command. And a quick and dirty way of creating a file is by using the touch command. So we can see file1.txt, and our file1 exists, but it's empty, but we're calling it a text file. Let's create another file called file2.txt. And before we learn how to remove the files, let's go back and do something interesting. So we're going back one subdirectory, and we're back into our home directory. And let's say we want to remove that new directory we created. We can type in the RMDIR command and the directory name, but now we can't do it. So it's refusing to remove that directory because the directory is not empty. Remember, we created 2 files within that directory. So we have to use another command to remove the whole thing, or we can go back into that directory and remove the files individually. So let's, just for fun, let's create just another file so we have a little more to work with. So we have 3 files within our new directory, and to remove one, we just do the rm command. So rm file name, and then we hit enter, and that file is gone. And there's really no practical way of getting that file back. There may be with very advanced use, but I don't know of a good way to get that file back by any means, so just consider it gone. So a safer way to do this is to use rm -i, which will give us an interactive option, and the file name we wanted to delete. So let's delete file 3, but instead of typing file 3, I typed in file 2. And are you sure you really want to remove file 2? Nope, I don't, because I mistyped the file name. So if I type in no, that file is still there. So it's a little bit of a safety feature and buffer to allow you to get a second chance to actually confirm that the file you were deleting is the actual one that you wanted to delete. So let's go ahead and delete that file 2 permanently. Remove regular empty file, file2.txt. You can type in yes, and now that file is gone. So if we can type in another rm -v command, which is the verbose option, and give it the file name. Let's do the interactive one too, so you can actually string options together, and hit enter. It'll prompt you, do you want to remove file 3? And you hit yes, and it actually shows that you removed file3.txt. So it's just handy if you have a bunch of files in a directory. It'll actually show you sequentially the files that you removed. So if you do the rm space -v option, verbose, it'll show you exactly what you did. Now let's go back. Actually, before we do that, let's just prove that this directory is empty. So it's empty. We go back, and now let's try to remove that directory. So you can't use the rm command to remove a directory. That's just for files. So you have to do RMDIR, and now it has removed that directory for you. So there's some other uses. You can actually delete a entire directory with files, and that's something we could potentially cover in a later video, but today we just covered the basics. So we hope you enjoyed another command line tip, and we'll see you next time.